Yo, what is up guys? I wasn't even gonna make this video, but I bought some car related stuff, so why not talk about it? We've got two mounts. We've got a really cheap universal car mount, and then we've got a good brand, Scotia, vent mount, which costs almost 3 times as much as the cheap universal one did. I really like this magnetic setup where you can just put the phone on, take it off. But the question is, will either of them work when put to the test? Because obviously you don't want to be braking hard or taking a corner and having the phone slide off. Let's crack both these open and see if they do their job. First up, we will test the cheapo universal car mount. You do it this way if you've got bigger vents, but as you can see, it's ill suited for a car like this with the thinner vents. So you just flip it around, you force this much smaller. There you go. My biggest concern is that this piece that protrudes is just going to put too much pressure onto it, and that the magnet's not going to be strong enough. So the phone I'm using is the Samsung Galaxy A71. It's pretty much your standard smartphone, maybe a little bit bigger, but I've got a fairly standard case on it, so it's not too heavy. And that is the stationary test with the magnet. Oh no, yep, trash as expected, but I guess you get what you pay for, so yeah, that's not gonna cut it at all. I mean, it doesn't, yeah, the video speaks for itself. Even when it's stationary, it doesn't hold. So this is trash, don't buy it. If you've got any phone that was made after 2006 and weighs more than 100 grams, yeah, stay away from that. But I've got bigger hopes and expectations for the Scotia mount. Everything's much nicer. I mean, I'm paying over 3 times as much as I did for the cheap mount. So yeah, the packaging's a lot nicer, and ultimately I'm hoping the magnet is too. So already that is far more stable and secure than the generic mount, and that is largely due to the fact that it doesn't have that protruding ball joint. So let's get the base plate of the Scotia mount into the back of the phone under the case, and we'll stick it on. Oh wow, this is the base plate from the cheap mount, and already that's a lot better. Look at that. Also, ignore all the fingerprints. I suffer from clammy hands. Anyway, so I've put the backing plate from the Scotia mount inside the phone case, and it seems to have a similar amount of sticks, so I'm guessing those are for the most part really similar. But the winner here is the mount, which affixes itself to the vents, because that is far superior in every way in terms of quality, stability, and simplicity. And this is with the backing plate inside the case, but not adhered, it's just wedged in there. Okay, so I've driven with it a little bit now, and unfortunately after a while the vibrations begin to get to it and the phone just slips off. So I think the only option I really have at this stage is to affix the mounting plate directly to the back of the phone case. Well, it hasn't fallen off yet, even though it did the first few times, so maybe I just didn't stick it on properly. Alright, the phone is now far more secure, and that's because I took the El Cheapo metal plate and stuck it onto the cover instead of inside the cover. Now honestly, I think it's the exact same as the Scotia plate. It's just metal, designed to stick to the magnet, and yeah, that's way stronger, way more stable, but you just got to be careful when removing it, because you could pull the entire mount off given the strength of the connection. So it requires a bit of fine-tuning in finding that balance between sticking it onto the back and risking it being so strong that you pull off the magnet, or putting it inside the case, and obviously it looks far cleaner that way, but then you risk having it fall off due to vibrations, sliding off due to stuff on your case. Alrighty, so after much scientific testing, I've decided that the best place to put the metal plate is on the back of the case itself, and I've used the smaller one as it fits a lot better and it looks a lot better too. There you go. This Scotia was worth it. I don't know if it's worth $30, but at the end of the day, it's doing what I need it to do. And the cheap mount, which was a third of the price, was definitely not worth it. So ultimately, if you're gonna get a mount, pay a little bit more and get a decent one, because the cheap one just won't do the trick. I hope you guys have a great Christmas and a Happy New Year. There's some more content coming, so stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for all your support. I will catch you on the next one.
You say you've got them guns, but I've never seen you bang. You say you've got them drugs, but I've never seen you slang.